Spring has sprung, and that means our chances for severe weather could pop up at any time.
And here to help us, the weather-aware meteorologist, Jack Gerfen. All right, Jack, we're talking all things kind of spring with that weather radio you've got in your hand.
Yeah, so we got the weather radio. We are, entering spring now. Actually, we started spring as of 10:33 on Sunday morning. So with spring, as we all know, in Central Illinois comes a chance for some storms. And even though this forecast for this week is actually kind of cool with a lot of 40s and 50s, it's never too early to be prepared.
Right, and I know we had a whole bunch of storms run through from down south there in Texas. And
Texas, we had it 2 days ago, then with a lot of tornadoes. Then Louisiana got slammed last night, including some major tornadoes that went through the New Orleans area. And then more of like Georgia and South Carolina are getting hit today.
My brother, he's in Baton Rouge, and so I texted him last night, like, are you safe? Is everything okay? And he said they got out of school early because they knew, and then he said all it did was kind of sprinkle. I was like, okay, well, consider yourself lucky because New Orleans.
Right after it passed Baton Rouge is where it just ramped up. So,
Yes. Bad news. So luckily we don't have any of that in the forecast for the next 7 days.
Correct.
Okay, but if we did, we know what to do to be prepared.
Yeah, so, we always like to really hint at making sure that you guys have multiple forms of information of getting the alerts out here, and the weather radio is definitely by far one of the most powerful, most important tools. I even got it set up here because you know how we like to test these things.
Well, yeah.
These things are just so loud, and we like them to be that way because
I'm sad the antenna didn't pop out this time.
Oh,
Can't miss that sound.
In the middle of the night, these things are always clutch. So the National Weather Service will send out a alert to your cell phone for a tornado warning or flash flood warning, or in some circumstances a very strong severe thunderstorm warning. But a lot of us are very much in tune to what our phone sounds like, and nothing really sounds like this. And so it doesn't matter, if you live in your own home or if you're still even in, like a college dorm. Like, these are $35, and these will definitely provide you with all the information that you need in case anything, really severe were to happen. Because just being woken up in the middle of the night can be the difference.
Now, where should you keep something like this? Like by your bedside? Should you carry it around with you?
So
where do you keep it?
we usually recommend like the bedroom, or a lot of times the kitchen too, because a lot of times in the kitchen you can have like a spare plug, kind of by like that junk drawer that you have in the kitchen. So it's like that's a good spot to have that. But really just want to make sure that you've got this thing plugged in, and if you have the Midland one like this one is, to make sure that the weather radio section right there says on, because if it's turned off, then it doesn't actually do anything.
Well, that's shocking.
Yeah.
The on button
right
does it all.
Right there. Well, because I've got one of these at home too, and I have it set for the viewing area, and so I don't need to necessarily know of a blizzard warning down in like Macoupin County and like have that interrupt mine, because you can program as many as 25 different counties in here. You can customize them, so I don't want to have. I have all these alerts because of my job, obviously.
Right.
But
okay, but what about for those people who are like, I can hear the sirens outside. That's all the, notice I need. Do the people that turn on the sirens have the same, like, notifications that would provide?
The sirens, a lot of times people cannot hear the sirens. And so it's really, you should not rely off the sirens. Those are actually designed more so for people being outside. So if you can hear a siren, you just happen to be lucky enough to live near one, you really should, really listen to this if it goes off, and not necessarily this. And there's also times too where the sirens, they're under repair and they don't work, whereas these will work.
Quick question, what do you do when you hear one of those things on there? How do you know what to do?
So if it's going doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and it's a tornado warning, let's say, obviously you'd be one to go to your safe spots. That would be hopefully your basement to your lowest level of your room, or someplace that doesn't have windows. And to get to stop beeping, you just hit the weather snooze button, and it'll then turn it off too.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
These are good. These are around $30 to $40 depending on where you buy them. All the major places like Walmart and Meijer, places like that will have them. And Kevin and Jacob and Amelia and myself are probably going to be doing at some point in the spring another weather radio programming event too. Dates and locations to be determined, but we are going to be doing another one of those because again, people like these and they're good. They're very good.
Well, and they like to see you and say hi.
Get a little autograph.
Even better.
All right, well, if you would like to ask a question or post on Jack's Facebook page or email Jack at jgerfen@wcia.com or send him a tweet to @WCIA.
Oh no! We gotta get to our safe spot. Oh my word.